Hello, everybody. How you doing? We've got some series drop updates. Let's get started. Good news, everybody. So we've got a series drop update. Finally, they said they were going to let us know before the end of the year. We have it now. We've got 5 cards moving down to Series 3, and we've got 9 cards moving down to Series 4. Series 3 means that they're going to be able to be obtained through the collector's reserve, so it's going to be a lot easier to get these cards, especially if you already have all the Series 3 cards already. And then Series 4 means that they're going to be dropping down to 3,000 tokens in the token shop, which means it's going to be much easier to spend those tokens to get these new cards. So generally, good news. Let's go through it. But first off, I do want to mention that we do have like a mini update. There was a kind of data mine update, and in that update there was a particular bundle change, the Sugar Spice Everything Ice bundle. This is a bundle I've been promoting since it had 125% value, one of the best bundles we've ever had. But it looks like they changed it. They were dropped down 5,000 credits from that particular bundle, dropping down to 92.8% value. I will say that they did say that this bundle value isn't final, but you can expect the final version to be more credit heavy than both before, but less tokens. So honestly, I just don't really trust that it's going to be better than 125% value, especially with tokens. Tokens are a lot harder to do that. I mean, credits are a lot harder to do that than tokens. So essentially, it looks like they're just nerfing this bundle, even regardless. But we don't know exactly what it's going to look like. So we're gonna have to wait. So I'll probably have another update once this bundle actually drops so we can actually look at the values. But it just looks like they are nerfing it, even though it doesn't. I really find this confusing since this was like, oh, our Christmas present, that kind of thing. But it just looks like they're deciding to do something like this.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
So, not much I can do around that. But yeah, just a little bit unlucky. But let's go to the actual um,
Merry
bundle
Christmas.
updates. So here are the 5 cards dropping down to Series 3. So we have Master Mode, Negasonic, Spider-Man 2099, Stegron, and Stature. You can take a look at these cards. I will say all of these cards are particularly unpopular. So that's something to notice, that it's not like these are Series 3 based on drop times or how long they've been in Series 4 or Series 5. This is just like second dinner hand picking these cards most likely, and choosing which to go. I would say out of these, right, Negasonic is probably the most used. Well, Stature and Negasonic, right, are probably the 2 most used. But other than that, like, these aren't like top of the line like god cards that you really need to play. So kind of makes sense. Surprised not to see Howard the Duck in this, right? Because that would also fit that criteria. But they probably have some things to talk about, or their plans or updated cards that maybe Howard might be more popular. But those are the interesting things. Another thing to consider is that they've pretty much used every single card in the rotation, right? So they kind of know which cards are popular in the spotlights and which cards are not, right? So these also could just be the least popular cards during the first rotation that they saw, and they're like, okay, people are not gunning for these cards at all. Let's drop them. So that's probably another rationale why these are being picked. But I don't think they're like there's any metric besides being handpicked by Secondary. But still, these are good. It's better to have these cards not in the spotlights than to have them in the spotlights, especially if they're not popular. So overall, it's a good change. And then the Series 4 cards, we have Howard the Duck, Dakin, Lady Deathstrike, Hid Monkey, Phoenix Force, Echo, Silver Samurai, Kitty Pryde, and Ghost Spider. So a lot of these cards end up being uh, just cards that aren't super popular. There's a lot of series pass cards in here as well with Hitmonkey, Phoenix Force, and just cards that haven't really been in the limelight, I would say, in any particular way, but still have potential, still see some play that they're going to be dropping down to Series 4. So these are just the changes here. Overall, it's still good. So when we look at our overall thoughts, right, I am happy that these cards are dropping. Like, it's a good thing in essence. The cards are not being picked based on time, which honestly would be better for us, right? Since it means that if they make any powerful card, we would say, oh, eventually they'll come. This kind of like the Darkhawk meta or the Null meta, right? Like that. Those cards have been in Series 4 forever, but it's kind of like people are still interested in that card. People are still buying that card. They still want to have some say in when people get that card in particular. Another interesting thing is there wasn't any info about the future of series drops. We just know it's not completely dead, right? So it would be nice to say, oh, we're planning on doing series drops every 3 months, that kind of thing, or every month. It would be nice just to be like, oh, here's some consistency in there, but now we just don't know, right? Because it's been like half a year since the last one or so. So it's just like, when is the next one going to happen? We don't really know, right? So overall, it's a step in the right direction. I would just love more communication, regardless of what their decision is. It would be nice to plan. It'd be nice to know, oh, they're planning on doing this, right? So you can kind of hold them accountable. Without the information or communication, it's hard to know exactly what the plans are going forward with series drops. And I mean, obviously it's intentional, right? But it would just be nice to be able to plan or hold them accountable, because I'm pretty sure they weren't planning on doing this when they announced flexible series drops. I think just their plans changed with time, and they're aware of how dangerous it can be to plan things and then change them, right? So that's why they're kind of just being a little bit quiet about their thoughts for the future. But overall, it's still a good thing to have drops. I wasn't really expecting drops at all, just because they haven't had them in multiple months. So it's nice to have some changes. But yeah, those are our drops. Those are thoughts. What's your thoughts on this? You happy about the drops, or you would like more communication? What do you want, guys? So let me know. See you guys in the next one, and take care of yourselves.
Educated Colin Snap. Once you watch him, you won't go back. He'll teach you to marble snap. Your skills will be improving. How you doing? You'll hit infinity and won't go back. Educated Colin Snap.